I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Hey guys, Hannah from Anime America here, and last night I watched the stream for the 2017 Crunchyroll Awards. Now there's something that I think needs to be addressed first and foremost before we even get into the topic of who was nominated, who won, and all that crap. And it's the ballot this year sucked. Like, a lot of titles on there shouldn't have even been nominated. Like, even though they're awesome titles, a lot of them were sequel seasons. So, My Hero Academia Season 2, Season 2 of March Comes In Like a Lion. Even if it was kind of a mediocre year for anime, you still had titles like Aka and Masamune Ku's Revenge and Kaito the Right Answer, Bastard Instructor, Welcome to the Ballroom, Recreators, Made in Abyss, Black. These titles still could have stood on their own in their own categories. And had Crunchyroll even bothered to try to do other shows than just the kind of sort of popular ones, especially with the second seasons, then it would have been a much more diverse ballot and probably actually interesting to see. But I have my own theories as to why a lot of titles weren't recommended, but that's kind of a tangent for another video, and things are improving, so hopefully that's something we can address at another time. But right now, let's talk about the Crunchyroll Awards. I know what I said! So the first category was for Best Opening, and the winner was My Hero Academia. Don't get me wrong, I like My Hero Academia's opening. I think they're really, really good, but they were up against some objectively better openings. And again, there was this one and Attack on Titan Season 2, and I believe March Comes In Like a Lion that probably shouldn't even have been on the ballot because, again, they're sequel seasons. So, but there were a lot of really good openings this year, like the opening for Mish Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, the opening for Aka, the opening for The Ancient Magus Bride. Again, there were options, so why are we just going with what's easy? Like, come on, guys. Second award was the Best Ending, and the winner was Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Now that I don't have a problem with because, yeah, it's a good ending. Yeah, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is pretty good. So, cool. Awesome. I like it. Moving on. Third was for Best Animation, and My Hero Academia won. Like, okay, yes, Bones does good animation, yes, it looks great, and it looks pretty, but, like, it's good, but it's not as good as some of the other stuff that came out this year. Like, again, I'm gonna make 1,000 cases for Aka, and no matter what, I'm still gonna be like, Aka was my favorite show last year, blah, blah, blah. But you have, like, animation in Recreators, you have the animation for Made in Abyss, which was absolutely jaw-dropping and absolutely beautiful. So, again, it's not like there weren't other titles that had really good animation that completely got overlooked or anything like that. The fifth category was for Best CGI, and that went to Land of the Illustrious. I'm glad that Land of the Illustrious won because I think it's a good show and I think the CGI is pretty stellar. But this is kind of where the argument for a lot of why people think certain titles weren't nominated, and that's because a lot of them were on Netflix streaming service and were on Anime Strike. I totally get that, but at the same time, I think it's important that if you're going to be making these decisions that you educate yourself and you find some kind of way to look into all of the shows, which is why I was glad that Land of the Illustrious won, because it wasn't just a show that got picked like Attack on Titan. I don't know why Attack on Titan was nominated for Best CG, because the CG was kind of garbage, but that's basically my point. And next was the Slice of Life category, which Girls Last Tour won? I don't think I have a problem with that. I'm just surprised that this counts as a slice of life. Like, I don't know, I guess I don't think slice of life when I think of dystopian future. I think of things like kids falling in love and learning how their relationships work and how it copes after that. Or I think about like recovery of an MMO junkie. Like, other things come to my mind instead of dystopian cute girls with tanks and guns. It's still a good show, I just think it was miscategorized, but I mean, whatever. At least it wasn't My Hero Academia. Unlike the next category, which was Best Continuing Series, And My Hero Academia, surprisingly, was nowhere near this. And yet, the winner, which was March Comes In Like a Lion, couldn't even, like, have its moment because they flubbed up what they were showing, and they ended up showing the opening for My Hero Academia when it won Best Opening. So, that's good. Even when My Hero Academia is not nominated, it still wins. The next thing that they did was they had sort of an industry icon award, and I really, really liked this part of the show. I wish that there was more stuff talking about people who work in the industry, be it here in America or in Japan, because I feel like a lot of people just are constantly worried about, like, best girl or best show or best this or best that, and we don't take time to appreciate the people who bring us these things that we love. But it was a very cute moment to have him on stage talking about how appreciative he is and how much he loves working on the industry, and I think the awards could benefit more from having stuff like that. So that was something that was really good about the show, and I'm really happy that it was there. I would love to see more. And then we get into my favorite categories. We have the category for Best Boy, and Shoujo Todoroki was the one that was picked. I'm kind of okay with this, just because Todoroki is my boy, so I'm kind of okay with this. But I have an overwhelming issue with this and the Best Girl category, which I'll get to in a second. And then the Best Girl category was Ochako. She's good and everything, but come on. Like, I could argue for Toru, I could argue for Kana, I could argue for the main girl from Little Witch Academia, I could argue for the main girl from Magus Bride. Like, I could make so many other arguments for any other girl, but it doesn't matter because there wasn't even a very good representation of all of the girls anyway, because Best Boy and Best Girl both had 2 nominations from My Hero Academia. Why bother? Like, what's the point? You're going up against My Hero Academia that has 2 nominations, so no matter what, they're gonna win in that category anyway. Like, am I the only one that thinks that there's a problem with that? Like, why is one show getting preferential treatment in a certain category over the others? It just seems like kind of bullcrap, at least in my opinion. And then that brings us into the Best Villain category, which out of all of these was Stain. Now, I didn't see that far into My Hero Academia, so I don't know as much about him as a villain, but according to a friend of mine, he's definitely more of an anti-hero, so to call him a villain is a little bit of a misnomer, and they even call him an anti-hero on the stream. Like, they were all saying, well, he's more of an anti-hero, but it was good to see him win Best Villain. Y'all are just debunking your system for me. Like, what am I even doing here? At least put in the effort that it's not a complete and total waste of our time to watch this. Before I jump into the last couple of awards, there's a little something that I just wanted to address at the ceremony. Right around the Best Girl category, there was this bit where, like, 2 of the commentators started getting really catty with each other over, like, oh, well, your girl won, well, you don't understand, like, what it means to have, you know, a quality choice. And then they started getting, like, really catty with each other back and forth before each announcement and after each announcement. It was really, really painful. Like, I genuinely remember sitting here thinking, is this my life right now? Like, am I just meant to watch these catty bitches fight over Best Girl? I have the internet for that! Anyway, back on topic. So Best Action went to My Hero Academia. This is the part where it kind of started getting funny that My Hero Academia was winning so much, because you could physically hear the audience getting less and less enthused each time My Hero Academia was announced as a winner. They would cheer for it when it was announced and be like, woo, yeah, My Hero! And then the moment it was announced, they were like, yay. That just cracked me up, because even the audience was sick of it. Even the audience was like, okay, cool, yeah, we all know who's gonna win, so yay, whatever, cool. And the final alpha male that came out on top for Best Anime of the Year out of these categories was Made in Abyss. I was super excited for this title because it's like a really good show. I mean, the thing of it is like, Made in Abyss could have easily taken any other category it was in, if not for the fact that it was nominated along with My Hero Academia in a bunch of other places. It just seems really weird that My Hero sweeps the entire awards and then doesn't win Best Anime. I don't know if this is something where the judges just decided, well, screw it, we're just gonna go with something else so we can say that this isn't rigged. Well, no, it's not a rigged system. I know it's not a rigged system. It's a popularity contest. And when a popularity contest is how you do your voting system, of course it's not rigged. It's just super, super stacked, because everyone's just gonna vote for either their favorite title, or they go, crap, I don't know anything that's on this. I'm just gonna vote for the one that I know off the top of my head. So, all in all, nothing changed this year. It was like Yuri on Ice all over again. It was just the exact same thing, but with a different show. And my husband was on Tumblr earlier, and he's already like, oh yeah, there's some significant backlash going on right now because of My Hero Academia winning everything. So congrats, Crunchyroll, you succeeded in making people hate another show that totally doesn't deserve any of the hate that it's going to be getting here in the future, so good on you for that. You know, why bother doing an anime awards if you're not genuinely trying to celebrate the best in anime? I don't know, it's what I expected, but at the same time, I'm still like massively disappointed. I was really optimistic and kind of hoping that things would be a little bit better this time around, but I guess that's just the way that it's gonna be at the Crunchyroll Awards until they decide to take their panel of judges or their ballot a little more seriously. At the very least, I wish I could have been at the ceremony, because damn it, I deserve a large Toblerone!
Thanks again for watching this video. To keep up to date with Anime America events, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Tumblr. If you want to support this channel, be sure to click the notification bell to keep up with our uploads, as well as liking and sharing this video on any social media platform you choose. If you wish to support us financially, we have a Patreon page with numerous rewards to fit your budget, as well as sell posters on Store Envy and t-shirts on Teespring. Don't forget to subscribe to Anime America for more awesome reviews and top 10 lists. We also have a sister channel called Pop Spectrum where we review anything in pop culture. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned to Anime America.